Our breaking news at this hour is from India. Massive explosion reported in Kerala's Kannur. One person has been killed in the blast. Explosion occurred in a rented house in Kannapuram. It is suspected that the explosion may have been caused during the making of a bomb. It is reported that a part of the house was completely destroyed in the incident, and nearby houses were also damaged. The bomb squad has arrived and started an inspection. Let's talk to our correspondent, Siddharth MP. Siddharth, what are the police saying?
Eric, as of now, things haven't reached a level of certainty, but what we can say is that the timing of the blast itself is causing a lot of suspicion, because it's not routinely that at 2 a.m. you have a blast ripping through a residential neighborhood in Kerala, that too in a place like Kannur, which is politically sensitive, and also the constituency of Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan. Let's remember that firstly, this is a blast that took place at 2 a.m. and that entire house, the rented house, as you mentioned, where this took place, has been reduced to complete rubble. So this was of a significant intensity, which is why there is a growing suspicion pointing towards some sort of bomb-making or crude bomb-making activity having taken place there. Also, it's not yet clear whether it was exactly a crude bomb or whether it was some sort of firecrackers or some sort of pyrotechnic chemicals that were being used inside the house. But yes, suspicion remains high. The bomb squad is on the spot. Police are on the spot. And as you said, one person has lost his life in the incident. And then several other houses in the neighborhood also have sustained some sort of damage. Either they felt the shockwave of the blast or there was some sort of minor damage seen on the walls. Certainly, this is quite a serious incident, and mainly it's the timing, because at 2 a.m., why would such an activity take place? That is what is raising questions, that bomb making or such sort of an explosion ripping through a neighborhood. So that is what is causing concerns, and certainly this is a politically sensitive time in Kerala, because, the state is barely 6 to 7 months away from the next state elections, where the Communist Party will be seeking a third time, for ruling the state. So this is a very sensitive time when this has taken place. And let's also keep in mind that Kerala has this culture where there is a lot of pyrotechnics and other things that are made at certain facilities. But again, the question raises as to why this happened at 2 a.m. And this was also a rented house, not an own house. It was owned by a teacher, but it was rented by somebody else, and they're known to be working in some sort of hardware shop or something like that. So that is where the suspicion remains, and police continue to investigate this case. But certainly we are expecting a breakthrough quickly, because the nature of chemicals, provided there's not much that is changed over there on the scene, is easy to trace and then identify. Eric.
That is our principal correspondent, Siddharth MP, who's reporting on an incident that happened in Kerala's Kannur, where a massive explosion has been reported. One person has been killed in the blast. Explosion occurred in a rented house in an area called Kannapuram. It is suspected that the explosion may have been caused during the making of a bomb.